All right, guys, working on the Civic today. Got in the garage. Try to stay away from like the rain and the coldness, and then also if it gets dark at night, get a little light. So, mounts, swap mounts are on. We have trans is bolted onto the engine. We got our clutch in there already. I had to go source out these bolts basically. A bunch of bolts I had to go buy. I bought trans bolts new. I also bought the VTEC solenoid bolts because I was missing those. I bought the T-bracket bolt right there, and I'm still missing this sensor right here. This one would be a vehicle speed sensor, so I'm missing that one, and then I'm missing the 2 bolts that go right there. So from the T-bracket onto the trans right here, I'm missing those 2. And then I also went to go buy the valve cover nuts. So I bought these, and then for the inside ones, I bought the ones that have an opening on them, so the stud can go through. Let's see what else I had to buy. I also had to buy bolts for the post mount, because when I bought the engine it didn't have a post mount, so I bought those 3. And I'll probably put these in last 2. They're for the front torque mounts, so I'll wait on that for now. I'm just gonna get all the main engine mounts for now, and then yeah, axles and all that will go in when I do the coilovers from 2, and then clutch pedal and all that shit later. Once I get my master and my slave, they should be coming, but parts are taking forever. So this would go here, like so. Obviously, we're gonna have that on. It's gonna go like down there, right? But so you can get an idea how it looks. Like that. So that's what you need your post mount, and then you need this, right? And then this would go to this right here. Boom. You have that one going through here. Hold that one. Bam. Right. That's one. You have your rear one. That one goes to your T-bracket. Through here, you need this bolt that goes to the actual engine, and then you have 2 bolts that go to the trans. This T-bracket, you have to get it. You cannot reuse your T-series T-bracket or whatever the hell is back there. I think it's a T-bracket also, but you need like an SI T-bracket because it already comes with a B-series, or one that's for GSR or whatever. But then this one is gonna go to this one, and this one is off a manual trans. I think it came off of a D-series. I don't even think it was a yeah, I think it was like a D16 at the junkyard, and I took this manual transmission bracket, just those 3 bolts, and brought this with me, and this will go through, and that's what's gonna go there. And that's basically all you need. What else you need? So obviously axles would go in through there, and the other side we have, I think I'm gonna have to get the GSR coolant hoses, because I think these are, I'm gonna need longer ones than the ones I got, than this one and that D-series ones. So I'll figure that out, but once that engine's in. But I think that's it. That's all I've done really, other than clean the hell out of this damn trans. It was painted before, and I used like a bunch of brake clean and scrubbed it. I just wanted to show you guys the mounts before I put everything in. But yeah, we'll make it work. All right, so last time that we left off was with the T-bracket. We could not get it in because this is the one I had. Well, look, this is a new one. This is the one I had. I don't know what this would be for. I think it'd be for like an EG hatch type of chassis. But this one is the one I'm supposed to have for EK. So this is off of a EM1, which those came with the B16. So this one's shorter apparently than that one, and that's why this one would bottom out like right here on that frame right there, it would just bottom out, and so I couldn't get the motor back far enough to line it up with the two mounts, this mount and the trans mount. So we ended up taking that one out and set the motor down on those two, and then I went and ordered this one, and I've just been basically waiting for it to come in so I can install it. Once I install that one, I should be done with all mounts, and then basically after that, I think I just need to put, you know, a couple other things in. Like, I went to the junkyard and got hold of these B series hoses, so I'll replace those two hoses for these, and a bunch of other little stuff I gotta put in. All right, so update time. I've got almost, I think I got basically everything. I got coolant, hoses, all the coolant lines. Got the ones to the heated core. That other one ran to the very far end over there, right there. And this already is a little loop, and I think this one goes to the throttle body, if I'm correct. All the vacuum lines ran, so this one goes back to itself over here, and you've got the one from here. I ran it to the back of the manifold, and I got the one coming from the booster over there. Also here, and you got the, I think this is the pressure regulator for the fuel. So this ran here, and then that hose comes from somewhere down there. I've got the throttle cable. I need to get something more legit than this. This is gonna be moving, so I need an actual bracket for this type of manifold. You got the throttle body in. Gotta get a nut there. You gotta get a distributor. And I gotta run the whole harness. Then I still need exhaust. I've got brakes, so coilovers in, and the axles in. So the axles are in. I got new brake pads, new rotors, form function coilovers, and basically everything's put together on both ends. You can see same thing on this side, coilovers, and you got the axle in there. Got the half shaft already in there. I've got the new master. I got this off of like a junkyard off another car, because the master just came with that, and it didn't come with this hose or the little container, the reservoir. And then I've got the clutch pedal installed down here. I probably need a flash for that, but you can see it here. It's a little tight right there, so I may cut it, or I might just find a manual brake pedal. That way it won't be so close. So new master, and a new, well, if I could get it, a new slave. And then I already ran the clutch line. So I think, I'm not too far from being done. Basically almost there. I still need to do harness and all that shit, but I went ahead and tackled the vacuum and coolant hoses first. All right, y'all. So we got the Civic home. It's already lowered on the coilovers, and it's got the EM1 rims on it. We've got basically everything ran: harness, vacuum lines, fuel line, everything. Everything's in there. I need to figure out something with the throttle body, because it's just not long enough to, it's supposed to reach up here, but it's supposed to loop around from the bottom and then roll up to the front and do that. So it's not long enough, so I'll figure out something out with that. Waiting on a jumper harness for the distributor to go from OBD1 to OBD2 harness. And then I need a battery, and I need to modify the ECU from my auto to manual, and some headers just to run on straight headers for just now. Of course, I'm gonna have to bleed brake and clutch system. But yeah, slave, new masters in there, clutch pedals in, the clutch line and the reservoir from the junkyard. But yeah, I think, basically everything's kind of there. It's basically done. So she's looking pretty good already. Lower down on her rims and everything. So probably paint's gonna be next, and just get rid of those ugly headlights and stuff like that. These tires have some really thick sidewall. It's a 65, I think. Where's it at? There you go, 65. So it's pretty fat. So I mean, I think the car could go lower on these coilovers. It's just I know from the back it can't still. For the front, it's already kind of hitting the top of the inner fender, and it's just because I think it's just because the tires are just too fat. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to just leave it like this, or maybe raise it up a little bit, because when it rolls, it rubs that. Or just, I don't know, get different tires. But the tires are brand new, so I don't know. On the inside, we have shift linkage and the hole cut out already. So I went a little big on this one, but it is what it is. I had to drill some holes back here. And then just, you know, let's just ran 2 bolts down, and then got 2 nuts on the bottom. Get the shift linkage in. I got a roll pin and bolts, all that from eBay, genuine Honda parts. So I got the roll pin in there and everything. And now I've got shift linkage in here, so I'm shifter and everything. It feels good. Clutch pedal down there. It's a little tight with the brake pedal. I may just cut it for now, and then later go get a clutch, a manual brake pedal. But yeah, got to get a sheet metal to cover that up and weld it in. And I've got the ECU out already. It's inside. I just gotta mess with it one of these days. Maybe right now after I record this video. But yeah, not too bad. Spark plugs. I need spark plugs. I've got the wires for it. I just don't have the actual spark plug. And after it fires up, if everything goes good, I'll probably remove the valve covers and the intake manifold to give them a redo on the paint, because as you can see, it's ugly looking. So redo that, but I don't want to do that yet. I'm gonna make sure the car runs good first, and then I'll focus on aesthetics. But just a little update for the Civic. We're getting there, man. So close.